All right, good evening and welcome to the first night of our All City Orchestra Festival. This first evening is going to feature all the high school groups. Normally we don't do it like this. Normally we mix and match the younger orchestras in chronological order up through the oldest groups on 2 different nights. But tonight it's going to be all the high school groups. Then on March 30th, the 6th grade portion of the All City Festival will take place at Strongsville Middle School. And then on March 31st, 2 weeks from tonight, we will have the 7th and 8th grade orchestras as well as the symphony orchestra here back at the high school. So we're excited to be here tonight. The kids have been working hard. You're going to have an amazing concert and performance. I'm sure you're going to be very impressed. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our first feature.
Hello, my name is Olivia and I play the viola. Welcome to the first night of our annual All City Orchestra Festival. Tonight's portion of the event will feature all of the high school orchestras. Be sure to join us on March 31st to hear the 7th and 8th grade orchestras. Our first selection tonight is by award-winning composer Brian Balmages, who writes for all ages and experience levels from beginning orchestra to professional. Forever Joyful was written during a particularly wonderful stretch of experiences for the composer and his family, particularly when they adopted a new puppy. The piece was commissioned by the Michigan School Band and Orchestra Association in 2015. It includes light articulations, fast tempi, and soaring melodic lines that in the composer's mind depicts feelings of happiness and positivity. Enjoy our performance of Forever Joyful.
while they're switching seats, normally we take all of our orchestras to state orchestra contest, and normally it's held in February. In fact, we are a hosting site for contests. Normally we play here with the adjudicators at the top of the auditorium. This year, OMEA has made all their events virtual. As you know, Solo and Ensemble was virtual. They're doing the same thing with orchestra contest. And this orchestra, the piece you just heard, will be our contest selection that we are going to record at school on Monday during 8th period. Students need to have their uniforms at school that morning. I'll have uniform racks out. They will change when they get here for their normal class time. We'll have all the mics, cameras out, and we will make a recording of that piece. Under normal circumstances, we would play 3 selections at contest, but since the videos are going to be huge and long to begin with, OMEA has scaled it back to 1 selection. So that was our contest selection, and then Monday, we're going to go ahead and make our recording and submit that for state contest.
Hello, my name is Haley and I play the violin. Johann Sebastian Bach was a German composer who lived from 1685 to 1750, and this is considered the father of Baroque era music. Over the years, the Strongsville High School Orchestra have performed nearly all of Bach's 6 Brandenburg concerti, which have been written as a gift in the hopes of securing Bach as a job as the court composer of the Margrave Brandenburg. These 6 concertis are considered standards in the orchestral repertory and prime examples of Baroque era music style. We will perform the first movement of the second concerto, which is in F major. While working on this piece, we have studied the stylistic and historical perspectives of the important piece. Though we are using modern-day variations of our music instruments, we believe we successfully replicate the Baroque style. Enjoy our interpretation of Brandenburg Concerto No. 2.
Hello, my name is Sadie and I play the cello. Composer Jeremy Wollstonehune wrote a trilogy of 3 works that he calls his Mystical series. Mystical Towers is the second piece of the Mystical trilogy, in which the hero explores the ancient ruins of 2 magical towers. The dramatic theme representing the dangerous power of the towers is introduced at the beginning by the cellos. The theme pushes forward with lots of energy and excitement. The violins and violas join in a second theme that represents the hero's determination to obtain a magical relic locked away in the towers. In the middle section, the hero faces his biggest challenge yet, arpeggios. The masterpiece of the relic is revealed towards the end of the piece, as all sections play the driving dark theme to a grand conclusion. Enjoy this fast, energetic work.
Good evening. I said this to the first group that performed. Welcome to the first night of our All City Orchestra Festival. Tonight features all of our high school ensembles. Those of you who know the past All City Festivals, we kind of mix and match grade levels and groups between the nights, but we're doing it a little differently this year, so this is all the high school groups. Part 2A is March 30th. At the middle school, it's the 6th grade orchestra, and then part 2B is here on March 31st, 7th, 8th, and then the symphony orchestra on that. So anyhow, welcome tonight. Students are sounding fantastic, very proud of them. We're back to our old form. I'm very pleased. We are clicking and sounding awesome. One thing I'll point out, if you haven't heard, State Orchestra Contest this year is all virtual. OMEA took all their events and went from live to virtual, so an ensemble was virtual. Normally, we would have hosted State Orchestra Contest back in February. These students would have performed here on this stage in front of 3 different judges. This year, since it is virtual, we only need 1 piece because the file size would be too large. The first piece you hear tonight is going to be our state contest piece. On Monday, during our normal orchestra class, 3rd period, we are going to record for our OMEA performance. All students will need their uniforms at school. I'll have the I'll have the uniform racks out. Kids will change when they get to class. Cameras and mics will all be set up, and we'll hopefully get a really good recording of this first piece that we will then submit virtually and be adjudicated by 3 judges. So that's happening on Monday. So without further ado, I'll have our first student introduce our first piece.
Hello, my name is Jordan Gross, and I play the violin. Our first selection is Eureka by Keith Sharp. The piece is fast, energetic, and features 2 contrasting themes. The main theme is an ever-present 8th note texture that resembles fiddle playing, with fast string crossings and offbeat accents. The second theme occurs in the middle. It's in G major and changes to triple meter. Warm lyricism reflects upon the nostalgia of old Celtic airs. We are sure you will enjoy our performance of Eureka.
So I told all the students, because it's St. Patrick's Day, to make sure they wore green tonight, and they listened. They look great up here. That was coincidence, right? So that will be our state contest piece that we will record on Monday, and then that'll be sent off, and 3 adjudicators will listen, provide verbal and written comments, and then a rating. So that's how contest is this year. So in some ways, it's a little less stressful. But we still get an opportunity to play for that. All right, next piece.
Hello, my name is Morgan Pahovich and I play the viola. Our second selection was composed by Francis Fries in 1979. Is considered a standard in string repertoire. The piece is in 3 unique sections. The first section is fast and features a unique rhythmic figure that sounds similar to music from spy movies. The second section is slow and lyrical and features the violas with a lush melody. The final movement is in 6/8 time and features a new theme in the cello section, while a strong driving rhythmic figure moves us towards an exciting ending.
Hello, my name is Tyler, and I play the violin. Viva La Vida is a song by British rock band Coldplay. It was written by all the members for their fourth album in 2008. The lyrics to the song contain historical references, and the track is built around a looping string section. The song reached top spots in the Billboard Hot 100 and became Coldplay's first #1 single and won the Grammy for Song of the Year. We will be performing Larry Moore's arrangement, which is one of the top-selling titles for string orchestra. Enjoy this favorite.
All right, good evening again. So our chamber string group, we've been working on a couple different selections. You're gonna hear one of them tonight. We normally don't play just one tune on a performance, you know that. But we also normally don't play on the All City Orchestra Festival. Usually this is the group that does not perform to expedite all the other groups coming on and off stage in the other grade levels. So we're gonna play a piece that I'll have a student tell you all about. I think you're gonna like it. You probably will recognize it. And Lily's gonna tell you about this piece and maybe connect the dots for you.
Hi, my name is Lily Vassell, and I play the viola. Aaron Copland is a famous American composer who lived from 1900 to 1990 and composed numerous ballets and dance works for the New York City Ballet. His ballet, Rodeo, was a collaboration with famous choreographer Anges de Mille to create a Western ballet depicting the scenes from a day in the life of folks living in the American Southwest. Later, he took 6 of the dances from the ballet and scored a 6-movement suite as a standalone orchestral work. Hoedown is the 6th movement of the suite and emulates a barn dance. The high-energy theme moves throughout the orchestra from the string to the brass sections. The famous piece has been featured time and time again in numerous TV shows, movies, and commercials, including the American Cattlemen's Association's Beef is What's for Dinner campaign in the early 1990s. Aaron Copland arranged this piece for both full orchestra and string orchestra. While the full orchestra version is performed quite regularly by the symphony orchestra, this is the first time the chamber strings has performed the string orchestra edition. Kick your boots off and find a dance partner as we perform Copland's Hoedown.
And as we've gone through the evening, I've shown the audience which pieces are going to be our state contest piece. And for this orchestra, this will suffice as our state contest piece. We will submit a recording to OMIA adjudicators here once we get our recording done, and this will be our piece. Good evening and welcome to the first night of our All City Orchestra Festival. Tonight's part of the festival featured all of our high school groups, and last but not least is our symphony orchestra. Just a reminder tonight, SIMB and the Strongsville Athletic Boosters have partnered in a fundraising opportunity. We are selling calendar raffle tickets. We've asked each student to sell 5 of those tickets, and each day in the month of April, a prize will be drawn. And those prizes will be advertised on the website. You can see what they are. You can also win more than once. So if you look at the concert program, which was emailed out, students also have access to the concert program in Google Classroom if you did not receive that. You will find a flyer and a letter describing the calendar raffle fundraiser. So please help us out. We are trying to offset the cost of lost concessions this past school year, and anything will help us out quite a bit. So right now, I'm going to have a student introduce our first piece of the evening.
Hello, my name is Ethan and I play the trombone. Finlandia is a tone poem by Finnish composer Jean Sibelius and was originally composed in 1899. The pieces was composed for the press celebrations of 1899, a covert protest against increasing censorship from the Russian Empire, and was the last of 7 pieces performed as an accompaniment to the tableau depicting episodes from Finnish history. Most of the piece is taken up with rousing and turbulent music evoking the national struggle of the Finnish people. Towards the end, a calm comes over the orchestra, and the serenely melodic Finlandia hymn is heard. In 1941, the famous hymn was reworked by Sibelius into a standalone piece and is one of the most important national songs of Finland.
So this year, OMEA made all events virtual, including large group contest. Normally, we would have played 3 pieces on this stage a couple weeks ago in front of judges back there. This year, it's virtual. We will play 1 piece, and we're going to make our recording Monday during class. I announced to all the students they need to bring their uniforms to school Monday morning. I will have the racks out for them to put them on. They will change quickly. We will have all the mics up. We will have the cameras set up, and we will do our recording of that piece. That's going to be the contest selection this year. And then I'll go through and fill out the paperwork and upload it and send it off for adjudications. They will have 3 judges listen. They will have 3 judges give us comments, verbal comments, and comment sheet, and then a rating. But it's a little different this year than what we're used to, and each of the orchestras tonight have performed their contest selection. So this is kind of like, I guess, the preview concert in a way. So we'll fix up a couple things, make those recordings, and it'll be on the way. I'll let somebody tell you about our next selection.
Hello, my name is Faith, and I play the cello. Our next selection was composed by Stephen Bryant in 2008. This simple chorale-like work captures the reflective calm of dusk, paradoxically illuminated by the fiery hues of sunset. The piece is intended as a short, passionate evocation of this moment of dramatic stillness. By taking advantage of tone colors of each instrumental section within the orchestra, the listener is able to savor each moment. This piece requires exceptional concentration, focus, control from each musician from start to finish. Sit back and enjoy this unique and beautiful work.
Part 2 of the All City Orchestra Festival will be here on this stage 2 weeks from tonight, March 31st. It will feature the 7th grade orchestra, the 8th grade orchestra, and once again, the symphony performing what you just heard tonight. However, we're going to have the symphony play for the 8th graders. So we're going to keep the auditorium open for 8th grade parents and the 8th grade orchestra. So we will live stream the concert, but we will not have audience members in for this orchestra for that concert that night. So we can make sure the 8th graders get a chance to hear them.
Hello, my name is Sophia and I play the cello. In 2003, the Disney movie Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl was released and featured actor Johnny Depp as Captain Black Sparrow. The film was a huge box office success, grossing $650 million. The film score was composed by German composer Klaus Badelt, who collaborated with Hans Zimmer. The musical themes that depicted each of the characters are some of the most recognized themes from films, placing it in the same category as John Williams. Not only is the music great to hear, it is equally fun to play. Join us as we tour the warm Caribbean looking for lost treasure.
But first, we're going to retune.